Well, we're live. Hey, thanks for joining. This is a complete impromptu. I'm just going off completely on a whim because I'm trying to test this whole go live feature. And thank you for joining me. If you have subscribed to my channel, awesome. But I think the point is, I want to talk about ChatGPT's new memory feature and a whole bunch of different things with you in just a moment. If you're not too sure what we're talking about here, I think the biggest news that's been going around is about ChatGPT's whole new feature, which is the memory. So I think I'm still playing around here. If you are someone who's watching me, I appreciate if you went down the comments and just said hi, because I want to know how this whole thing works. So anyways, I think what I'm interested about at this point is just connecting with you through this whole live stream. And hey, there you go. So there is this news that's making its rounds today, which is about ChatGPT's new memory feature, and I am super pumped because, well, you know what? It's had this feature for a while. They have just surfaced it through settings, but the whole point here is ChatGPT now can remember who you are and what you are and the context of what you're talking about in one chat or across different chats that you have. So I think that's the punchline. But that's not a whole new feature. Like I said, I've been using ChatGPT for a while, and I have seen the power of what memory can do for something that you want to accomplish. And I am not going to get into the depths of this memory feature in this live session, but I just wanted to tell you that starting this week or starting tomorrow morning, my time, or it's going to be Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. in San Francisco, or 10 a.m. my time in India. If you're tuning in from India, that's 10 a.m. or 8:30 p.m. Thursdays, San Francisco or Pacific. We're going to be talking and getting on a huddle and talking about different things that's related to AI and messaging. And I will be sharing a lot of things that I've been playing around with AI, specifically ChatGPT, custom GPTs, and so many interesting things that you can do to actually get back time from doing a lot of other things that you probably have no clue that you're wasting time on. So I am super pumped to be doing this because going live, forget going live, I think I have not recorded or put out videos on YouTube for a while because I have just not felt comfortable doing it. But right now I'm at a stage where I think there is so much to share, and more importantly, I think I'm here to connect with you. If you're watching, I would love to understand your background, where you're coming from, and what you are working on. And I would love to know if you're working on something related to, if you're using ChatGPT or any AI for that matter, it could be Claude. Well, I've been playing around with Claude as well. I think I am all ears to know what you are doing, where you're from, what you're working on, and what your experience, what you've learned. If there is something that you think you would like to share with others, I think I would love to have you on in the comments and let me know what you want to share. And I would love to get on and share your work and talk about it. And I think if there is something that you find useful in what I'm sharing, I would love for you to ask me specific questions so I can get to the details and discuss more. So that's me, Karthik. Hi. If you're just tuning in, I am super pumped because this is my first go live on YouTube, and my goal is very simply to announce the fact that starting this week, every Friday morning my time, which is I'm in India, so morning my time 10 a.m. and Thursday night 8:30 p.m. we are going to be hanging out on this channel and talking about using AI in marketing, and specifically using AI in taking your products to the market, and actually not just that, using AI to get back a lot of your time that you're wasting doing things that's related to business, or to do something else. Like for example, interestingly, I've been using ChatGPT for a lot of different things, and just yesterday or a couple of days back, it just crossed my mind, and I started to use ChatGPT for something that I never dreamt that I would do. I actually used ChatGPT to come up with some questions in math for my 10-year-old. And I think I love the way ChatGPT helped me do that, because look, I think here's the thing. We all have limited time. There is like 24 hours a day, and the choice is ultimately ours. How do we want to spend the 24 hours? It could be that you think it's best to spend 24 hours doing all work, or you mix up things. But what ChatGPT allows you to do is it actually allows you to, or it gives you a chance to think critically about a few things that you do, and actually ask yourself the question if you need to necessarily do all of that yourself, or if you can actually get ChatGPT to help you with what you are doing. So I guess the point is this. ChatGPT is something that has increasingly proved itself to be a very able assistant for you. If you're someone who, even if you're not really thinking about work, the example I gave here is with creating math questions for my 10-year-old. I think what I was looking for is I was looking to spend more time on business and doing my work, and I knew that coming up with math questions is not going to be too hard, but I think it's going to take time nonetheless. Like I needed to come up with about 50 questions so he can actually start to prepare for his exams. And I thought the best way to do this is to get ChatGPT to create those to come up with those questions. And I was super happy that I got done with that job in under a couple of minutes, and effectively my son has been loving the questions, because one of the things again with ChatGPT is you can get it to do things in a more interesting way. For example, asking questions about fractions. I think I love the way ChatGPT kind of took the angle of making it interesting for a 10-year-old, which I probably would not have given a chance that I probably would have decided to spend about 30 minutes, and in 30 minutes I would just come up with those questions without trying to think about anything else. Forget about making it interesting to a 10-year-old. I think I loved it. I don't want to go off on a tangent and talk about math questions for a 10-year-old, but I think I want to impress upon you that ChatGPT can do so much more to help us get back time from things that we probably don't want to work on. So coming back to the whole memory idea with ChatGPT, I think ChatGPT has been playing around with memory for quite a few weeks, if I'm not wrong, because I have had this feeling that it remembers things that I talked to it about across sessions, across different chat windows. And I've been pretty stoked by that idea. In fact, I find it so useful because now ChatGPT kind of understands where I'm coming from. The context is something it understands. And that really serves well because no matter what I'm trying to do with ChatGPT across different chat sessions, I think the point remains, one thing remains true, which is it's me who's interacting with ChatGPT, right? It's not someone else. So which means that there is an element of me that is missed out if there is no memory that in ChatGPT. So if it knows where I'm coming from, what I asked yesterday, what questions I asked the day before, and what questions I asked just like 5 minutes back, I think it gives ChatGPT a lot more leverage in terms of trying to help me. Obviously, I'm not going to be asking questions out of context, and if I do, I will also let ChatGPT know why I'm asking this question. For example, there was a time when I asked something about tennis when the Australian Open was going on, and I remember giving it context. There is this Australian Open going on right now, and then I asked questions. So I think these questions, the way you talk to ChatGPT and use ChatGPT for your work and personal purposes, I think it matters a lot more. And I'm super excited to be spending time moving on to talk about these things and trying to see how we can spread the awareness of using AI to help us do what we want to do. Again, I am super pumped, and I really think this format is going fine. And the way I'm seeing it, I did have one viewer kind of pop in and pop out. I remember being one of those users when people go live, it gives me a notification, I click on it, I go there, sometimes by mistake, and I pop out. So if you are somebody who is joining me right now, hey, my name is Karthik, and I am here to talk about AI, go-to-market, marketing, and just simply about how can you use AI in helping your business if you're in a B2B business. I tend to talk more about B2B business if and when I'm referring to business, but then the context that I come with is basically I am a copywriter and I work with B2B businesses. I am the father of a 10-year-old son. My wife is a makeup artist. So I think all these things make me and my thinking the way it is. So if any of this kind of hits a nerve, if you happen to have a wife who's a makeup artist, if you happen to have a son or a daughter who's 10-year-old, or if you happen to help B2B businesses, or if you happen to live in India or in Bangalore, or if you happen to have lived in the States, or you continue to live in the States, or if you have a business that is a B2B business, if any of this hits a nerve, I think you will find these YouTube live sessions and also some of the other videos that I will be putting out to be very useful. Again, this was the sole purpose of this live session. The whole idea was to tell you, hey, I'm here and I'm here to talk about AI, go-to-market, marketing, and of course we'll talk a lot more about messaging as well. But I hope you get the purpose of why I'm doing this. This means a lot to me, and I really want to bring myself 360 degrees, which is why I gave you the context in terms of where I come from, who I am, all those different things. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this later, which most likely you are, I would just say hi, and glad we got to cross paths using this video. But if you are watching this at any point in time, do check out the banner image where I will mention when we go live on any given week. Right now, we are experimenting with 10 a.m. my time on Friday mornings. I'm in India, so if you are in any other part of the world, just go to Google and check out the time in your country. If you're in the US, if you're in the Bay Area, the West Coast, then it's going to be about 8:30 p.m. on Thursday nights. That's that, and I look forward to these. That's the time when I go live. But of course, if there is anything else that you wanted to talk to me about, or just if you want to encourage me to do this, I would really, really appreciate you going down the comments and letting me know how was this video? Was it useful for you? Let me make it very, very clear. I want to make do something that will 100% make this one video very useful for you. And the tip is simply this. If you are using ChatGPT, and if you've been using it for a while or just started to use it, just do me one favor. Stop typing any prompts that's short. Every time you try to use it, give ChatGPT the context of your question or what it, if you wanted to, for example, if you wanted to write a linked header for you, I would like you to experiment this, which is to give ChatGPT enough context about yourself, give it as much as possible, right? As much as humanly possible. If you can give it the context, like who you are, what you did, what you're doing, what you plan to do, who you serve, if you're in a business, what kind of business you run, what's the name of your business, who do you serve, who's your target audience, and what do you want them to do. Give them all of this context before you actually ask it to write anything for you. Trust me, the longer and the more context you give in your prompts, ChatGPT gives a really, really good response. On that note, watch out because I did a sort of a demo which shows how you can use ChatGPT without typing. So that's coming up shortly, and look forward to seeing you on our live sessions or the channel. If you just happen to stop by the channel, go subscribe. I would really appreciate you doing that. Like this video, but more than anything else, I really would appreciate you going down the comments and telling me your background. Give me a background about who you are, and let me know how I can help you. I'm here to help you, and without any constraints. So go ahead and look forward to meeting you in the comments as well. Okay, bye-bye. I'm going to stop streaming.